the biggest trends that we've seen in 2025 has been more personality. We want to hear the imperfections, we want to hear the flaws, and a big part of that is because of AI.
You're listening to the Voiceover Casting Corner podcast. VCC is brought to you by the Voicecaster, the country's first and oldest voiceover casting house established in 1975. The Voicecaster casts thousands of voices every year across all genres, and we're excited to give you an inside look at the casting process direct from our casting team.
Hey everyone, and welcome to Voiceover Casting Corner. My name is Kelly Moshinsky. I am the owner and head of casting at the Voicecaster.
And I'm Kathryn. I'm the senior casting director here at the Voicecaster.
And today we are going to talk about AI. So artificial intelligence, synthetic voices, whatever you want to call it, and voiceover. So
Right.
obviously it's something that's affecting our industry. So it's something that we want to just kind of talk about. It's here. It's not going anywhere. We see it everywhere, whether it's in voiceover or just in everyday tools, things that are
All over your social media.
everywhere. It's like you can't trust the internet anymore because of all things
kinda
AI.
scary,
And
I'm
it's
telling
like, it is. I watch videos and stuff sometimes and I'm just like, gosh, like some of it's obviously AI. Some of
It's
it's
getting
pretty
better.
good. Yeah. It's
It's
kind of
uncanny valley
very
territory.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's one of those things where we're not here to scare you and make you panic. We're also not here to sugarcoat. It's just we want to just
Mhm.
kind of talk about what we're seeing on our side as far as the casting side,
Okay.
and just how to navigate things with
Mhm.
that because it seems like people are either panicking
Mhm.
or they are like, oh, there could be opportunities to use AI in my business, not AI replacing voiceover, but AI tools
Mhm.
that you can use in your voiceover business while
Exactly.
you get to do the fun part, right? We all wish there were AI things to do laundry and dishes, but unfortunately, that's not the case. AI is for all things
Everything
creative.
else.
Ah.
And I think, this is definitely the question I think we get the most from actors, whether they're established people that have been in the business for years or people just starting out. They want to know, hey, is this a sustainable career? Is voiceover going to be a thing in the next 5 years, or is it all going to be replaced with robots? So,
And like just to jump right into that very first question, voiceover is here to stay. It's we're figuring out how to navigate AI in the voiceover industry. And yes, synthetic voices may take over some of the low end, low budget kind of projects. I know it's taken over some e-learning and IVR and, explainer videos and things like that. Of course you're seeing it more and more on YouTube and social media, things like that. The thing with that is a lot of the things that I'm seeing it on YouTube are videos that would not have had voiceover anyway, or would have had a friend or the person who made the video doing the voiceover, so not paying voiceover jobs. So it's one of those things where, like, yes, you are hearing it, but how much of that is work being taken away from paid voice actors? It's definitely out there, but how much work is actually being taken? There's definitely some. Not gonna lie or discredit that. There's definitely some that is going to AI. But human voices are holding strong. They're not gonna go anywhere.
yeah, it's really hard to replicate not only just the sound of a human voice, but make it sound natural, give it nuancing. You know, it can't do those complex emotional arcs, that you want from an actor, to make things sound real and connected. So it's not at that point yet. So there's still a lot of stuff out there for actual people. What AI isn't doing well yet is stuff like that. Anything that requires real-time collaboration with directors or clients.
You can't direct AI,
You
right?
can't direct AI.
Not directable.
No. Any voice branding that's rooted in the personality of the actor, any long form performance where a character, continuity and fatigue matter, so something that's an ongoing thing, you're not going to replace it with a robot. It's just
Yeah.
people can tell. AI is good, but it's not great. I think Kelly, you've told me this story of at least one actor that they booked a job. They knew their voice was going to be used in some AI capacity, And they went into the session, they did what they were gonna do, and then the client came back and said, "You know what? This isn't working out. We're just gonna use you, the person, instead
Mhm.
of the AI because it
Yeah.
wasn't doing what they wanted it to do."
Yep, and I've heard a couple versions of that story now where it's like the buyer bought the rights to their cloned voice, so an actor cloned their voice to sell and to use, and the client bought the cloned voice, figured they could do whatever they needed with it, and after a lot of struggle, finally decided, like, "You know what? We just wanna book a session with you."
Probably a lot faster and easier to just direct
Yes,
somebody than to try and tell a program what to do.
yes. Exactly, and I remember a session that we had, a few months ago now, but it was one of those things where, like, we played the reference, the scratch track for the talent to see, mostly just to see for the picture,
Mhm.
and it was an AI voice, and all of us were like, "Oh, that's great," I think the actor even made a comment about, like, "Oh, why don't you use that guy?" And the client was like, "It's an AI voice," and
Mhm.
it
My
was pretty
god.
decent,
Yeah.
like, it's a little crazy how good some of it can be, but the client was very much like, that was, like, a last minute thing, we needed to just kinda throw something
Mhm.
on there,
Just to help with
we
the
want
timing
a
and stuff,
human
yeah.
voice.
Mhm.
So and obviously they still booked the actor for the job,
Mhm.
so
Well, yeah, I
there's
don't
a
think
lot of these stories, you
I think,
know?
yeah, using AI in that capacity is totally fine because a lot of
Mhm,
clients do need some sort of scratch track to help lay out where the visuals are gonna be and the timing of the spot, and sometimes you just need that voice in
mhm.
there just to help with that. But then, yeah, as long as you're going and using an actual actor for the final spot, I think that's where it matters most.
As an actor, you can kind of your marketing can kind of help you in this time
Mhm.
of AI. It's where you're showing them that you are a human, you are a personality. That's
Yeah.
why, I think that's one of the biggest trends that we've seen in 2025 has been more personality. We want to hear the imperfections, we want to hear the flaws, and a big part of that is because of AI.
Mhm.
AI is not gonna have the personality and the imperfections that a human does. They don't have that life experience, they don't have those emotions, and so it's, if you're, utilizing who you are as a person
Mhm.
in your auditions and your marketing, you're gonna be even more marketable because
Yep.
you are human. We're not just looking for the generic person who can do the commercial read or do the narration of the video. It's
Right.
like we want so much more than that now.
So what can you as an actor do to help, protect your career, make sure that you're not losing out on jobs to AI or that, you're not, agreeing to something that you weren't aware was going to be used as an AI training or program, and one big thing about that is getting acting training and learning about that human nuance. AI imitates. It doesn't create original things, it's just spitting out what it's been told to do.
Mhm,
So as an actor, getting that training, learning, the craft of acting, that's gonna help you it's gonna improve your reads overall, in everything you do, whether it's voiceover, on camera,
mhm,
anything like that. It's just gonna make you a better actor, but it's gonna help you tell those stories, find that nuance, and find levels within a copy, make it interesting, pull it off the page.
mhm,
You're gonna build demand from people who buy based on trust and collaboration. You're building a brand. You are you gaining trust and you know connecting with people. You can control your contracts, make sure in all the contracts you get for a job that your voice data is being protected and you're aware of the licensing terms. Don't
mhm.
just sign something blind, really read it. I know that's sometimes easier said than done.
Nowadays, yes.
But make sure that you really understand what you're agreeing to. Think of AI as a tool instead of fighting the existence of it. There's a lot of things AI can be helpful with. It can help
Mhm.
you plan a schedule. It can help you write up, maybe an email to a client. You can use it as
Yep.
a tool, as supplementation device. So
Mhm.
don't be afraid of it that way. Just, don't use it
Yeah.
purely to create, because that's, I think, where things get in,
Mhm.
kinda weird, sticky territory.
Yeah.
Um, Help it supplement your ideas, not to create them outright.
There's ChatGPT, there's
Oh, yeah.
so many different things out there
Mm.
where it's like you can type in your ideas and brainstorm with it,
Mhm.
you know?
It's
It's
great
like
for that.
if you're struggling for social media
Mhm.
content,
Oh, totally.
just brainstorm. Don't let it write your social media
No.
content, but brainstorm, get ideas that you haven't thought of.
Mhm.
And, and again, it's just like Kathryn said, like draft an email and then of course rework it, you know.
Yeah.
But you can get some good ideas through tools like that too.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like AI imitates, it
Mhm.
doesn't originate, you know, and like I think that's like a quote. We need to like make that a meme. It's so true.
Put it on a shirt.
AI is literally, and that's why things are getting so messy now because AI is now learning from AI. You know what I mean? So it's like that's why everything on the internet just feels like it's a mess right now.
Yeah,
So,
it's all that snake eating its
yeah,
tail type thing. It's just, yeah, all feeding of it.
exactly. Exactly. So I think one of the biggest things that we want you all to take away from this episode is just the fact that AI isn't going to take your job. Y- AI is not going to wipe out the voiceover industry. Will it change it? Absolutely. Can you evolve with it?
Oh,
Absolutely.
definitely.
Can you find ways to use it as tools and better your voiceover business? 100%.
Yeah.
So I think it's taking that and just reframing it from
Mhm.
like AI is going to destroy everything. This industry is done, all the panic and the chaos. Just learn, adapt, be very aware of things that you're signing. Use the Nava
Mhm.
AI writer,
Yes.
things like that. It's just being
Be
very
proactive.
aware of things. Yeah, proactive. And you can save yourself a lot of headache and a lot of worry and concern.
Yeah. And think about it this way. I mean, as humans, we don't like change. We tend to be creatures of habit. So anything that's new or different, we get, ooh, and I think about where this industry has been. I mean, I've been here a little over a decade. And just in that time, how much has changed, let alone 20, 30 years ago. Think about when the internet came to be and how much that changed things. And we
Mm,
adapt, we learned how to use it. And now I can't imagine life without it.
mhm.
AI, I think, will be something similar to that. Right now, it's
Yep,
new and scary, but we're going to get used to it. We're going to incorporate it. And one day it'll be one of those things we're like, wow, how did we ever get by
yep.
without AI?
Exactly, exactly. And I mean, even on the casting side, like Voicecaster's been around for 50 years.
Mhm.
And obviously I haven't been here
Yeah.
for 50 years.
They've gone
But
from reel to reel to cassette
oh
tapes.
my gosh. And then when the internet came along, and then you have things like voice bank and
Right.
online
Yeah.
casting,
Everyone thought
that
voice
could have
bank was gonna
that
end
could have
everything.
wiped out casting directors completely, but
Mhm.
did it? No. Have we adapted and adjusted how we work?
Yeah.
Absolutely. So it's just, it's one of those things where, keep being human, keep being you.
Yeah.
It's really it's that humanity, it is that humanness that is going to keep you moving forward in your career.
That's what the clients wanna hear. They wanna hear you.
All right. Well, thank you so much
Mm.
for joining us on today's episode, and we will see you for another one very soon.
Catch a new Voiceover Casting Corner episode every second and fourth Tuesday of the month. Be sure to give a thumbs up, subscribe, and follow us at The Voicecaster on social media. Thanks for listening.